Hey, so this live today is all about writing. If you guys do write, if you don't write, it is very beneficial to write. And when I talk about writing, I do mean like journaling or having a diary, however you want to put it. I have a journal. I like to write in my journal. I write about my dreams. I write about when I meditate. And sometimes I just write to get my thoughts out. So journaling is very beneficial, especially for people that overthink or have a lot of thoughts in their mind. Just writing down your thoughts. That's basically what journaling is, or writing down your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and anything that you're feeling at the moment, anything that you felt in the past. And it's good to have a book where you can write it down and go back and look over how you're progressing through if you're going through any bad situations and things like that. Just having a journal is very impactful for you to go back and be able to see the things that you've overcome, and just read through those things. Another thing that I like to do sometimes, most of the time at night when I'm about to go to sleep, I'll do something like brain dumping. And brain dumping is a form of journaling, but it doesn't have to make sense. Brain dumping is just writing out all of your thoughts that you have in your head. And it doesn't have to be complete sentences. It could be words. If you have an image in your head, you can write the image as detailed as possible. So that's what brain dumping is, when you're just writing out every single thing that's on your mind. And it doesn't have to be coherent. It doesn't have to make sense in that moment, because again, you can come back to it and you can try to make sense out of it. I even have a sketchbook where I try to sketch some of the things that, again, I meditate, some of the things that I pray about, some of the things that I dream about. I try to sketch it out. And I also do the brain dumping most of the times before I go to sleep. And I do that before I go to sleep because I am a critical thinker. I'm an overthinker. And if I have a lot of thoughts on my mind, then I won't be able to sleep if I don't get those thoughts out before I go to sleep. Um, and one other thing that I find to be very impactful for people who are, I guess, spiritual, because this is a spiritual kind of thing, scripting. It's a law of attraction type of writing style where you write a storyline as if it's already happened. And because it's a law of attraction type of situation where you're trying to draw that experience into your realm of consciousness, into your reality. So writing out, if you're starting a business, you could write a story. It could be a day in your life of what your day looks like 3 months from now after you started your business. What type of clients you have, what type of work you're doing. From the time that you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you just write everything as detailed as possible um, in the future. So if I was to write something about doing these lives, I will write that, 3 months from now, I was doing a live and I had a full blown conversation. Somebody wanted to jump on my live and we were talking about journaling. We were talking about meditating. And I coached the person through a meditation on a live. And we did deep belly breathing on the live. So I could be as detailed as possible. I appreciate you, Richard. I could be as detailed as possible about the things that I want to happen throughout that day and just speaking it into existence, or should I say, writing it into existence. And then you can actually go back through your book and see if those things start to manifest in your life, kind of like a journal where you're writing what's happening in your day, and then you go back and look at it and see the things that you have overcome in the past. But now you're reading it back in your present. And one thing about going back, for me, going back and reading my journal entries, if I've overcome a lot of things or overcome something that might have been a hardship for me, it kind of evokes those emotions again, and I'm able to work through them from a more sound position. I'm more stable. I'm less stressed out from that situation. And I can recall how I felt in that situation and work through those emotions if I haven't already done that. So that is one of the benefits that you can have when you're doing journaling, going back and looking at that. And scripting, you're writing into the future. So looking at that and seeing it manifest into your life is an amazing thing as well. And brain dumping is definitely one of the best things that you can do if you have what they call monkey mind. where your thoughts are all over the place and you don't know how to get those thoughts out. You don't have anybody to talk to. You just brain dump it into your journal, and you can come back to it at a later date and try to make sense out of the things that was going on in your life at that time period. And one other thing, one other form of writing that I found beneficial, if you don't, if you're having bad memory loss, doing what I call reverse recall, which is before I go to sleep, I will write out my day backwards from the time that I got back into the bed, step by step, all the way to the time that I woke up. And doing that helps you remember what happened throughout your day, and you will even remember the small little details that you may have thought you overlooked, or things that you didn't really pay that much attention to when you were going throughout your day. So again, I call it reverse recall. I don't know what the name of it is. That's just what I call it, because I'm going in reverse and recalling what I did throughout my day. And it is very beneficial for me to look back throughout my day to figure out, what I've done, the things that happened in my day, and the things that I can actually recall throughout my day. That's very impactful, because then I can look back and be grateful for the things. If I happen to stumble upon something that might have been troublesome in that day, I will be able to be grateful and thankful that I was able to overcome that throughout that day. So again, just try some of these things: journaling, brain dumping, scripting, and reverse recalling. If somebody knows the name of that, the right name for it, let me know. Write it down in the comments. I just call it reverse recalling. I don't even know if it actually has a name, but that's what I'm gonna keep calling it until somebody tells me that's not the name and they give me the correct name for it. But with that being said, I also have a 30-day ebook. It's a meditation and journaling ebook. I came out with this probably 2 years ago. I haven't pushed it a lot, but if anybody's interested, let me know in the comments. It's a 30-day ebook, meditation and journaling ebook, and it's only $10. And we'll be able to work that out if that's something that you guys are interested in. But if not, please try these things out. Journaling, I know a lot of males don't like to journal, or they at least don't like to say that they have a journal, but I have a journal. I also have a sketchbook. I'm not a drawer or a sketcher, but it is very helpful through my meditations and when I'm drawing out or writing out my dreams. Brain dumping is very impactful. Scripting is very impactful, and reverse recalling is very impactful. I do all of these things. So just try some of these out and let me know what you guys think. And I appreciate you guys' time for jumping on the live. I appreciate you guys' feedback when you guys do give me feedback. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend.